Hello and welcome. Good evening. You're watching Super 6 here on India Today. I'm Akshita Nantagopal, getting you the top stories that we're tracking this evening. What's in store for you over the next 60 minutes? We'll be first getting you the latest updates from Parliament, where there's been all-out mayhem that played out. A China mention triggering a fierce face-off. We'll tell you exactly what's played out, with Rahul Gandhi attacking the government and lashing out when he tried to refer to former army chief Naravane's statements, particularly his memoir that hasn't been published yet. We'll get you highlights of what played out in Parliament. Also coming up on the show at 6:30 this evening, as we focus on what's happening in Portbound, Tamil Nadu on the anniversary of TVK, Vijay breaking a move and clearly at this point also sending out a message that there's no question of him dancing literally to the DMK or AIADMK's tunes. We're going to get you highlights of what Vijay had to say. And we begin with breaking news that's coming in. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee in Delhi has met with the Chief Election Commissioner Gyanesh Kumar just a day after she'd gone ahead and moved the Supreme Court against him. And Mamata Banerjee didn't hold back. If that meeting was meant to resolve any differences, clearly it didn't. And you can see in the images there, Mamata, who's usually always wearing white, chose to wear black in protest, along with all the other TMC leaders who were part of this delegation. She's called the Chief Election Commissioner, Gyanesh Kumar, as arrogant. She's called him a liar. She said very clearly that they were treated very badly by the Election Commission chief. And not just that, she even claims that she told the CEC that he'll meet a similar fate as that of Dhankar. Here are some highlights of what Mamata Banerjee said.
हमारा बंगाल में क्या होता है टाइटल में, चाहे हम ममता बनर्जी है, वो हम इंग्लिश में लिखता है, लेकिन बंगाल में होता है ममता बंदोपाध्याय, चटर्जी में होता है चट्टोपाध्याय। ऐसा करके जितना भी नाम उसका दिमाग में नहीं आया वो पूरा काट दिया। पहले 58 लाख को काट दिया, किसको? हाँ, जो डुप्लीकेट है काट दिया। हम लोगों ने भी कहा था 25 में कि देखो एक नाम का सब हरियाणा का 50 नाम जोड़ दिया, इसको चेंज होना चाहिए, जेन्युइन वोटर का नाम रहना चाहिए। लेकिन ये लोगों ने क्या किया? ये लोगों ने एआई को बैठा के जो डॉटर, जो हमारा बेटी को शादी होता है तो ससुरालय जाता है कि वो शिफ्टेड किया है, उसका एड्रेस बस कैंसिल। अभी जो डॉटर ससुरालय जाते हैं, ये हमारा परंपरा है, बहुत सारे टाइटल चेंज करता है। जो टाइटल चेंज किया हस्बैंड का साथ, उसको भी कैंसिल कर दिया। हम बहुत दिन दिल्ली में पॉलिटिक्स किया है, हम 4 टर्म्स मिनिस्टर थे, 7 टर्म्स एमपी थे, लेकिन हम कभी ऐसा इलेक्शन कमीशन को नहीं देखा जिन्होंने इतना एरोगेंट है, ग्रेट लायर है। हम उनको कहा था कि आपको कुर्सी को हम रेस्पेक्ट करते हैं, बिकॉज नो चेयर इज परमानेंट फॉर एनीबॉडी, वन डे यू हैव टू गो, बट डोंट क्रिएट दिस प्रेसिडेंट एंड ओनली व्हाई बंगाल इज बीइंग टारगेटेड। लोकतंत्र में इलेक्शन होता है, डेमोक्रेसी का फेस्टिवल, और आपने क्या किया? पहले 58 लाख लोगों को बात दिया, निकाल दिया, और उनको आप डिफेंड भी करने नहीं दिया।
Okay, let's bring in Aishwarya Paliwal for more details on this. Aishwarya, if there was any hope of some sort of a breakthrough in the deadlock between the TMC and EC, that clearly didn't happen. If anything, Mamata Banerjee has come out only to target the Chief Election Commissioner all the more. Take us through what really you picked up from your sources or what transpired in that meeting.
Well, Akshita, from what we are understanding at the moment, Mamata Banerjee put forth all the documents. It was the CEC, Gyanesh Kumar, who very clearly pointed out and said that there have been cases, multiple cases rather, in the state of West Bengal where people have not been able to prove that they actually are citizens of our country. And one thing is very, very clear, that only those who are citizens of India are the ones who are allowed to vote. Mamata Banerjee, however, when she came out, and I'm standing right outside the Election Commission building, let me tell you, and you rightly pointed out that, she's someone who always wears white because she is protesting. She, in fact, is also alleging that because they were not being heard properly in protest, they boycotted the meeting, came out, and she's now alleging that they have very clearly told the Election Commission that this is something that they will not allow to happen in the state of West Bengal. The TMC and the Chief Minister are now alleging that names are being deleted. She's also saying that they need to understand that people do change their names. Names are being changed, but people are giving out documents, and all those people who actually came with her, they came with proof. So all those documents, all those proofs have now been submitted to the Election Commission of India. The Election Commission, however, has given them an assurance that they will look into all these complaints, and they will also once again scrutinize the way in which SIR is being done in the state of West Bengal.
All right, thanks very much, Aishwarya, for getting us those details. We'll see how things move from here, because remember that Mamata Banerjee has already moved the Supreme Court against Gyanesh Kumar. And now after this meeting, she's targeted again the CEC, even saying that he'll meet a similar fate as that of Jagdeep Dhankar. We'll continue tracking all the reactions that come in on that. We're cutting across to more breaking news coming in. Now, after the all-out showdown that we witnessed in Parliament, Rahul Gandhi has once again targeted the Prime Minister, taking to social media. He said that the former army chief's statement is exposing how Prime Minister Modi and Minister Rajnath Singh let down the army, and that's why I'm not being allowed to speak in Parliament, because they fear what I will expose. This is Rahul Gandhi's statement on social media hours after he had repeatedly raised the court's mention of the former army chief's memoir. Remember, that was countered by the speaker, who said you cannot refer to an unpublished material. And that's what led to that showdown. There were 3 adjournments in all that took place, which means Rahul Gandhi couldn't complete his speech in the Lok Sabha, which is why now the leader of opposition maintains that this is because there's a fear of what exactly he will expose, and that he will expose the Prime Minister, as he puts it. But let me explain to you exactly what played out in Parliament today. What was this about? Why was there a showdown between Rahul Gandhi and the government? Rahul Gandhi essentially quoted the former army chief Narawane's unpublished memoir. What to highlight here is the fact that this is an unpublished memoir written by the former army chief. It refers to Chinese incursions in the Himalayas. There's a specific mention about the conversation that was had over these Chinese incursions, and the suggestion is that maybe there was not enough action taken by the government, which is what Rahul Gandhi has raised. He has raised these particular mentions in the memoir. Again, I'll highlight that it's unpublished, to question the government on the issue of China, which he's referred to previously as well. So this time, referring to the former army chief, he said that this is explosive and that the government must respond. However, Rahul Gandhi wasn't allowed to complete, because the speaker repeatedly pulled up Rahul Gandhi, repeatedly told him, you cannot make a mention of a memoir that hasn't been published. And so he's been accused of flouting rules. The rule book was pulled out. The speaker also mentioned which exactly were the rules that Rahul Gandhi was flouting. It didn't stop the leader of opposition, however. He continued with, in fact, raising the same issue, adjournment after adjournment. Every time it was reconvened, Rahul Gandhi referred to the same thing. The government then objected, also citing exactly the same rule as the speaker, saying that unpublished material cannot be produced in Parliament, that is unsubstantiated, and so this is not something that can be referred to. You had Home Minister Amit Shah, you had Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, all of them hitting back at Rahul Gandhi in the floor of the House, in the Lok Sabha. Rahul Gandhi then alleged that this was a conspiracy, that he wasn't being allowed to speak because the government was afraid of exactly what will be mentioned. And he's also claimed that the reason Narawane's memoir hasn't been published is because the government is blocking it out of fear of what will be mentioned. So he says that the government is scared, that they're silencing me. The government has hit back saying that Rahul Gandhi is a fake news factory. If you missed out on the showdown that played out in Parliament through the day, we've got you covered. Here's a look at some of those highlights. When Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition, was speaking, you had multiple interventions from the Home Minister, the Defence Minister, the Prime Minister was in the House when all of this was playing out.
जो ये मेंबर पार्लियामेंट थे, ये हमारे चरित्र पे बोल रहे थे, हमारे पॉलिसीज पे नहीं बोल रहे थे। ये कह रहे थे कि हम एंटी नेशनल हैं।
माननीय सदस्य तेजस्वी सूर्या का भाषण ध्यान से सुना है। कहीं पर भी उन्होंने ऑपोजिशन की देशभक्ति पर या कैरेक्टर पर सवाल नहीं। सुनो, उन्होंने 2004 से 14 के भाषण में कहीं देशभक्ति, देश की संस्कृति, देश की भाषा, देश की परंपराओं को सशक्त करने वाली बात सरकार की ओर से राष्ट्रपति महोदय द्वारा नहीं रखी गई, ये बात कही। वो सरकारों की मंशा पर बोले हैं। कहीं पर भी विपक्ष की देशभक्ति पर सवाल नहीं उठाए। और दूसरी बात, माननीय विपक्ष के नेता कह रहे हैं हमें बोला नहीं जा रहा है। आपने एक व्यवस्था दे दी कि नरवणे जी की किताब प्रकाशित नहीं हुई है, जो मैगजीन है उसको कोट नहीं किया जा सकता। फिर उन्होंने मैगजीन और नरवणे जी की किताब के अलावे कैलाश रिज में टैंक, इनको किसने बताया आया था? किसने बताया? ये लिखा हुआ नहीं पढ़ सकते आप। अध्यक्ष जी ने ना बोला है, नहीं बोल सकते। अध्यक्ष जी आपने व्यवस्था दी है, आपने व्यवस्था दी है। माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, मेरा व्यवस्था का सवाल है। ये 349, 358 और अब 389 अध्यक्ष के रूलिंग को न मानने का नियम भी इसका भंग करे माननीय विपक्ष के नेता। ये 389 को भी तोड़ रहे हैं। हम सदन किस तरह से चलाना चाहते हैं?
Thank you for letting me speak on the presidential address. I was raising a fundamental issue about the relationship between China and India and what happened on the Kailash Ridge between armies. I'd like to go to what Mr. Naravane said.
No.
It's a matter of national security. Chinese forces were right in front of our forces. Chinese forces, our forces had taken Kailash Ridge, sir, in eastern Ladakh. Chinese forces.
अध्यक्ष महोदय, मैं व्यवस्था चाहता हूँ कि ये जो बात जो नेता प्रतिपक्ष कह रहे हैं, यह इसकी जानकारी उनको कहाँ से प्राप्त हुई है, इसके आधार क्या है, मैं जानना चाहता हूँ। यह पूरी तरह से काल्पनिक बातें यहाँ पर सदन के समक्ष रखकर पूरे सदन को गुमराह, केवल सदन को ही नहीं बल्कि सारे देश को यह गुमराह करना चाहते हैं। इसलिए मैं आपसे अनुरोध करूंगा कि इस विषय पर इन्हें बोलने से रोका जाए।
सर, आप चाहते हैं कि मैं इस किताब को, इस मैगजीन को कोट ना करूं?
बिल्कुल।
तो फिर मैं डिस्क्राइब तो कर सकता हूं।
नॉट डिस्क्राइब नहीं कर सकते।
सर, चाइना और इंडिया के रिश्ते के बारे में लिखा है, चाइना की टैंक सर कैलाश रिज पर आ रही थी। चाइना की जो टैंक्स थी वो हमारे बॉर्डर कैलाश रिज पर चढ़ रही थी। चाइनीज टैंक्स had entered our border. Listen,
सर,
Chinese tanks.
एक व्यवस्था तहत जो अपना बात रखना चाहता है, हम लोग बार बार बोल रहे हैं कि हम लोग सुनना चाहते हैं। जो चीज नहीं बोलना चाहिए, जिसका परमिशन नहीं है, आप बार बार बोलते हुए आप क्या हासिल करेंगे? देश को नीचा दिखा के आपको क्या फायदा मिलेगा, ये बताइए। हमारा और आपका मतभेद हो सकता है, देश हित में हम सबको एकजुट आना चाहिए, इसमें तो कोई मतभेद नहीं है। आप एक ऐसा चीज बता रहे हैं जिसका कोई सोर्स नहीं है। किसने राहुल गांधी जी को बताया कि चाइनीज टैंक यहाँ खड़ा है, इंडियन टैंक यहाँ खड़ा है? जिस चीज का यहाँ चर्चा नहीं हो रहे है वो चीज चर्चा कर रहे हैं। हमारा सिर्फ बहुत ही सीमित राहुल गांधी जी से मैं अनुरोध करना चाहता हूँ, आप कृपया करके ऐसा चीजें इस सदन में मत बोलिए जिससे हमारा सेना का मनोबल गिरेगा, देश को नुकसान होगा। ऐसा बात मत कीजिए।
मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि नरवणे जी ने प्रधानमंत्री जी के बारे में, राजनाथ सिंह जी के बारे में अपनी किताब में साफ लिखा है। वो एक आर्टिकल में आया है, मैं आर्टिकल को कोट कर रहा हूँ, मुझे बोलने नहीं दे रहे हैं। मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, नरवणे जी ने ये किताब लिखी है। वो डरे हुए हैं क्योंकि अगर वो निकला तो नरेंद्र मोदी और राजनाथ सिंह की जो रियलिटी है वो लोगों को पता लग जाएगी कि जब चाइना हमारे सामने खड़ा था, आगे आ रहा था, 56 इंच की छाती को क्या हुआ था, उस लाइन में है पूरा
आधा घंटा राहुल गांधी जी ने समय बर्बाद करके नियम का उल्लंघन करते हुए बार बार एक ही चीज बोलते रहा। वो चाइना बॉर्डर को लेकर के बात करने लगा है। मैं कहता हूं उस समय चाहे अक्सर चीन हो, लद्दाख का सीमा हो और अरुणाचल प्रदेश में भी जो हिस्सा 1959 और 1962 में चीन ने जो कब्जा किया, आप कांग्रेस पार्टी आज वापस लेके दे सकता है? 1959 में कई जगह अरुणाचल प्रदेश में भी जो नेफा था और लद्दाख में भी चीन के कब्जे में गए हैं। मोदी जी आने का बाद तो हमारा पूरा बॉर्डर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बन गया।
So remember, the basis over which you're seeing this entire showdown in Parliament is Rahul Gandhi referring to the unpublished memoir of the former Army Chief General Naravane. Now, what exactly did General Naravane say? This is an unpublished memoir, so that's something we can't show you. But we will, in fact, play out for you what the former Army Chief had said on the issue of China previously. Now, this is what, in fact, the BJP has also been referring to counter Rahul Gandhi, saying that while he's referring to certain quotes from an unpublished memoir, the former army chief has been praising previously how India handled the issue with China. Here are some of those instances of what he said.
गलवान घाटी की खूब चर्चा रही, इसके अलावा फिंगर 4 के इलाकों की चर्चा रही। ऐसा भी कहने की कोशिश की गई कि भारत ने अपनी कुछ ज़मीन को खोना पड़ा है। सेना प्रमुख के तौर पर क्या आप भरोसा दिला सकते हैं कि भारतीय सेना ने अपनी कोई ज़मीन इस पूरे मामले में खोई है?
जैसे कि कई बार मैंने पहले भी कहा है कि जो भी हमें चर्चा हम कर रहे थे और इस पर जब दोनों देशों के डिफेंस मिनिस्टर्स की बात हुई, फॉरेन मिनिस्टर्स की बात हुई, हमेशा हमारा स्टैंड यही रहा है कि जो स्टेटस को था अप्रैल 2020 का, उसी पर हमने वापस जाना है और जो भी एग्रीमेंट हुआ है वो उसी के अनुसार हुआ है।
Okay, we're cutting across to the latest breaking news that's coming in on the Mamta versus EC showdown after Mamta Banerjee, wearing black, had lashed out to the Chief Election Commissioner, calling him arrogant, saying they were extremely rude to the TMC delegation. Here's what the Election Commissioner said in response. The EC has claimed that Mamta Banerjee, during the meeting with the Chief Election Commissioner Gyanesh Kumar, had banged her hand on the table in what was supposed to be a cordial meeting. So they're essentially suggesting that she was the one who had misbehaved in this meeting. The EC also has said that Mamta abruptly left the meeting, again highlighting that this was meant to be cordial, and yet there was all of this that played out. However, while Mamata Banerjee says that, the CEC was extremely rude, was extremely arrogant, the Election Commission maintains that there was no sort of heated exchange or argument that led to this moment of Mamata Banerjee walking out abruptly. They've maintained that the Trinamool Congress is threatening poll officials. So the showdown continues between Mamata Banerjee and the Election Commission. If this was meant to be some sort of a meet that would lead to middle ground between Mamata Banerjee and the Chief Election Commissioner, that definitely wasn't the case, because Mamata Banerjee, wearing all black in protest, made it very clear what her intention was. She stepped out, lashed out at the CEC, calling him arrogant, saying even that he'd meet the same fate as Dhankar. And sources within the Election Commission dismissing these statements, saying very clearly that it was Mamata Banerjee who banged her hand on a table. Now, a story that's rocked both Karnataka and Kerala. The investigation is underway into the sudden death of prominent real estate tycoon CJ Roy. In the latest development, Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has written to Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman seeking a judicial probe into the death of the businessman. Remember, he died by suicide, and because allegedly he was under pressure from the IT department. Now, Pinarayi Vijayan in his letter has questioned how Roy accessed a loaded gun during an income tax search operation, flagging possible failure to follow minimum search protocols. Citing Roy's family, the Chief Minister has referred to allegations of harassment by IT officials and called for a credible independent inquiry. CJ Roy is the founder and chairman of the Confident Group, and he allegedly shot himself at his Bengaluru office. Police reported he was critically injured, was declared dead when brought to hospital. And sources indicate that Roy took the extreme step amid ongoing income tax scrutiny of his firm. And that's what's led to a whole lot of politics as well, with the Karnataka government, the Kerala government, both saying that this was unfortunate and blaming the agencies for his demise. But that's all I have time for in this edition of Super 6. Thanks very much for tuning in.